Hello, and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. We are going to begin a series today of 4 beers from a single company. It's not considered one of the top craft beer companies in Japan. They have been around for a while, but they kind of go under the radar, although their products are rather widely available. That company is called Nippon Beer Company Limited, or on RateBeer it's called Nippon Beer Jozo. And you may have seen their beers around, and we're going to look at 4 of them, and possibly later on I'll pick up a few more later. The first one is called Lemon Beer. The next one is called Yuki Noho Beer, organic beer. And the third one is called Shiro Nigori, a white beer, a wit beer. And the last one is called Japanese red beer, Aka Nigori. And so these beers, you may have seen them. They don't appear with an obvious brewery label, whereas a typical brewery will have their name splashed across the top here. Here you don't see anything at all, nothing. And here you see the name at the very bottom here. And here you see just a tiny little one, Nippon Beer, right here at the bottom. And here we, on one side we see Nippon Beer, that's all. So they kind of don't toot their own horn so much, but this company is also a beer importer, and they claim to be the oldest and largest beer importer in Japan, and also a microbrewery. If you go onto their website, you can find all kinds of imported beers, some unusual ones and some fairly regular ones. Nothing really terribly exciting, but certainly a wide variety of beers that they have. So you may have seen these beers here and there. This one is quite noticeable, of course. On Untappd, they have 33 beers and 4,523 ratings. And the average score for all of their beers is 3.04 out of 5. On RateBeer, there are 20 beers listed, so maybe they haven't quite kept up with as many. Or the alternative is Untappd tends to have a number of duplicates of different beers under same beer under different names, or they very often give a vintage every single year, whether the beer has changed or not. Okay, so we're going to look at these 4 beers in turn and see how they go. I have had them before, and I've rated them before, but it's been a long, long time. So, shall we give them a go? 4 different beers from Nippon Beer Company Limited. Okay, the first one we're going to look at is called simply Lemon Beer. And it is, as it says, a lemon beer, a flavored beer, fruit-flavored beer. On RateBeer, this one has only 12 ratings, despite the fact this has been around forever. 10 different reviews, and the average score is pretty low, 1.93 out of 5. On Untappd, 34 ratings, and 463 ratings, and the average score is 2.93 out of 5. So a full point higher, but still not terribly high. I have rated this before. It was about 7 years ago or so. Okay, so this beer is called Lemon Beer, and it contains at least 25% malt, and so it's considered a happoshu in Japan because of the added ingredients in addition to barley and hops. Lemon juice and vitamin C, etc. added. Shall we give this one a go? It's 4% alcohol. Fruit beers aren't really my favorite style. I've had them from time to time, but it's not something I seek out, that's for sure. It certainly has a very unusual color, almost like champagne without the bubbles. We've got a series of streaming, swirling carbonation going up from the bottom. So it's very clear, almost like champagne. That's the only thing I could say, or a light Chardonnay or something like that, with a very frothy sort of finger of white head. Okay, well, right away, lemon juice. Something like leads you to believe it's going to be sweet in the taste, and tonic water, I guess. Some spritzy lemon for sure right away. Tiny touch of sweetness in mid-palate. Something like powdered sugar maybe mixed in. There's not a sweetness, but kind of light, gentle, like powdered sugar sort of sweetness here. A little bit gassy. Body's quite thin, of course, and carbonation is noticeable. Basically, it tastes like a lemon tonic, you know, like you'd have lemon juice poured into tonic water. Could be refreshing on a hot day in the middle of summer, but otherwise I don't think I would terribly recommend this one at all. It looks interesting. It's quite different from many other beers, but nah. Okay, so once again, this is called lemon beer, fruit beer, or considered flavored fruit on RateBeer. I rated this 2.1 out of 5 7 years ago. I could probably go a little bit higher, but not much. It doesn't really deserve a much higher rating. Maybe 2, 3, 2, 4. It's kind of, you know, there's that divide of is it beer or not beer, and this is on the edge of certainly not beer. Okay, well that's it. We're going to look at some more beers from Nippon Beer Company coming up next. Hope you're doing well. Take care.